it's hands down not hard to love the people. Like you said, there is a very large Hispanic population. The mission is split about half and half, English-speaking, Spanish-speaking. And while I was English called, I interacted with people who spoke Spanish every day and taught people who came from a Hispanic culture and heritage every day. About probably most of my recent converts came from Hispanic roots. And they have the biggest hearts, just as big as the state itself. They are anxious to talk to you and anxious to talk about God, which was something that made serving there really easy. It was easy to find common ground when you could talk about something that they had great passion for. With that, it was easy to recognize those who were ready for more, because they understood that there was more to just loving Jesus and worshiping him, and they understood that the gospel had been restored to the earth. Then I also served in Austin, where there are a lot of Hispanic people as well. But Austin is probably about the most liberal city in the whole state of Texas. It's the capital. I love Austin. It's the coolest city. I served about half my mission there, and a large part in downtown Austin. We lived on Lake Austin and had a view of the river. People would go kayaking and paddleboarding out of our window all day long. And there's this big, long boardwalk that leads to downtown Austin. It's about 10 miles long, and it goes up to the Capitol. And so with that, there are a lot of liberally minded people and a lot more people who don't believe in God, who are either just agnostic or atheist. But people who are open-minded and willing to at least entertain your idea. So it's the coolest place. And the neat thing, as you said, there is a lot of diversity in Texas. San Antonio is a homebody where there are lots of families, really family-oriented, and a lot of heritage and culture there. There's this big celebration that they celebrate called Fiesta Texas. It's a spring holiday. Where they smash eggs on your heads, and I don't know, they celebrate the Battle of the Alamo. And so there's just a lot of rich Hispanic culture there. And then you get up to Austin, and that exists too, but it's just really an artsy place. And people are they think outside of the box and are ready to learn more. So I loved the people are probably what made your mission. It's just really, really exciting to get to know people on a personal level and to see what interests them and to see how the gospel fits perfectly with their desires. Cities on the drive up from San Antonio to Austin is San Marcos, which is also another college town. And then if you drive all the way down to the border, which is about 3 hours, there are two big cities down there, Del Rio and El Paso. And I didn't ever serve down there. I went on an exchange down there, but usually Spanish missionaries serve down there. There's one area called Uvalde where English missionaries can serve. And then at the very top of our mission, about an hour and a half north of Austin, is a little town called Rockdale with little surrounding towns. And they're teeny. It's like hick out there. They're really little towns. But the sisters and elders who served up there just loved it. I got to go on exchanges up there too, and they'd feed us barbecue in their little mobile homes out on the farm. So there really is a lot of diversity throughout the mission. I love it. There were a fair amount of Asian people in Austin, more in Austin than in San Antonio, I would say. And then I got to work with several African American people in San Antonio and Austin. So I would say primarily you have Caucasians and Hispanics, and then a mixture of everything else in between.